Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, for another first on my channel, I wanted to discuss something I've never really talked about before, and that would be celebrity news. Today's news being the court case trial between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, where Johnny has finally won his defamation case against Amber Heard. And right away, I want to express my initial genuine joy at the outcome, because I'm truly happy to know that for once, or at least for one of the few and far between times, someone who is a true abuser has been held accountable, and especially someone of this economic and social class that is just so high up on that kind of a ladder. Someone that is viewed as completely untouchable can in fact be touched, or preferably backhanded, which I know is probably in bad taste, but can you really blame me? So with Johnny winning his court case, Amber is expected to pay $15 million in fines to Johnny Depp, while Johnny is expected to pay her $2 million in return for apparent other defamation charges that happened to her. I don't really fully know the situation revolving around that. So technically speaking, it's more like she has to pay him $13 million. And that's why I chose the word initially for my enjoyment of the verdict, because I also feel like this isn't truly enough money, because for someone like Amber Heard, who is a very well-known and fairly well-paid actor and public figure, we don't really know how much money she has in the bank. I totally believe that she might have the money to completely pay off her fines, not to mention she also has about between $8 and $12.3 million in net worth. So really, in the absolute worst case scenario for her, she might sell a few things and still end up living in the lap of luxury. And I think it's completely unfair, and that's why I feel like she hasn't paid enough, because for someone who has been gifted the golden ticket and chose to squander it by being a genuinely bad person, she doesn't deserve to live that kind of life and have that kind of absurd amount of wealth at her disposal at all times. I would so much rather she face real consequences and lose that absurd wealth and have to be forced to work at McDonald's, because I would want her to spend the rest of her life kicking herself knowing that she got that golden ticket and squandered it. But that's my personal view, and I know that there's a lot of people that feel the same way. It doesn't really fully feel like justice for Johnny when he has endured so much, and she technically, and for all we know, she pays a pittance of what she owes, and she'll still go on living just fine as if nothing really happened. Sure, she might be kicked out of some movies, and she might, and best case scenario for us, she might never work in the industry again, which would be fantastic, but that doesn't mean she's not going to be living in the lap of luxury the entire time, which is just horrible to think about. But what I would suggest for those who enjoy Johnny's work, who show him support, who are fans of him and his work, and who wish to show him support, we need to not make this about us unless you have actually faced this similar kind of abuse, in which case I hope that you receive the same kind of support that Johnny has over these months, even if it's not to the same degree, just as long as it's enough to give you the courage and confidence you need to hold your abuser responsible and make them pay in the legal way, in the rightful way. But for everyone else, those of us who are only really involved because it's on social media and we're subjected to it every single day, and we're fans of Johnny's work and we feel genuine sympathy for his situation, again, we shouldn't make this about us. It's about Johnny, and frankly, I think what the best thing to do is to find out if he's satisfied and if he's okay, and if he is satisfied with the results, we should be satisfied in that sense, and just let Amber go with what she got. And that doesn't at all mean that we don't hold the studios and whatever companies that she continues working for after this. We need to make it very clear to them that if they are going to continue sponsoring and paying for an abuser to be a part of their product and brand, we are no longer going to support them, period. But like I said, this is about Johnny, and if he's fine with it, we should be fine. If he's not, then we have a duty to continue showing him that same support that we've shown him this entire time. This isn't something where it's been given its 6 weeks of fame and we're just going to get bored with it. We need to hold strong and still show him the support he deserves. Because I think for a lot of people, this case isn't just about Johnny's abuse. It's about so much other abuse that goes on in the world that is completely covered up. And the reason why I feel so personally invested in this is because, and this is really hard to say because it's semi a critique of Johnny's work, but it has to do with his last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, Dead Men Tell No Tales, where I really disliked that movie. And I'd heard a whole bunch of rumors going on behind the scenes from the staff and the crew that was working for him, where they apparently had to set up spies to ensure that he was going to come to work at all, if at all. And oftentimes, if he ever did show up to work, he would show up drunk, which translated into the movies, where I saw him in a lot of scenes where he was slurring his words and acting drunk during scenes where it didn't feel like it was a natural way for him to be. And to me, all of that came together for me to think that Johnny had just become one of those spoiled actors who had just given up on actually trying, and he was just a hack and yada yada yada. But now I see what I saw in that movie and I realize that is not Jack Sparrow going on an adventure. I am literally watching Johnny Depp cosplaying while he's going through this mental, physical, and marital abuse from his wife, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. And that kind of damage done to another person is just completely reprehensible. And that's my reason why I felt personally invested in this. But again, it's not about me, it's about Johnny. It's not about us, it's about Johnny, and he should be the one that we focus on. And it's his opinion that we should focus on. If he's happy, we should be happy. And that's just my opinion on the matter. And I hope you guys will express yours in the comments below, and I really hope that you'll send Johnny your love and support, and after watching this or after hearing the news for yourself, because I'm sure he will greatly appreciate it to know that people will still support him through this even after he's already won. And I hope you liked today's video. I hope you come back for more, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you.